Hello guys and welcome to episode 11 of my Civilization Beyond Earth playthrough, playing as Brasilia using the Purity Affinity. And well, we're going to be continuing our war with the Pan-Asians. We've got a few turns to do against them before they bugger off. But for now we've got to deal with it, which is annoying. But let's sort out our decision and our production choices first. We'll get a farmer lab working in Dorado, because we need to get this health back under control. The quest decision: do we get all units get +5 healing, or do we get +1 science and +1 energy from alien preserves? I honestly think the science and energy would be better for us, so I'm going to go with that. The +5 healing would always be nice, but I think my units will be powerful enough, especially if I tech really quickly, to not need that healing. And if they do, then they'll probably just heal at the same rate, because it will be likely that I'll be attacking from like this situation where I have a city next to their city and I can just move them back to into my own lands for increased healing. Once I get the drone sphere as well off central, that would be really handy, because I believe that increases the healing of your units as well. I'm actually going to have to be careful of that when I attack them. So yeah, we've got this armor in position now. Get the artillery onto Fiel. And what we're going to do here, we can just wipe out this armor. May as well do it. That will give us a way to attack this artillery in the next turn. Tempted to swap around these units, or just move them around a bit. Maybe move the gunner back a tile so it's not actually sitting on the miasma. The armor should be fine there. And that's all. Okay. Sure move, Pan-Asians. We've got a couple of missile rovers, or artillery, sorry. They'll be able to attack my armor actually. So maybe that armor won't be in the right position to do that.
I'll just add this to the debit sheet.
It looks like the Americans had an agent in my lands and I've killed one. So I'm just going to say I cannot forgive it, because, you know, the tensions are high. And that's just going to have to be how it is. So this armor was actually left alone, and I'm going to use this to my advantage, I think. Although overextending could really hurt me. Yeah, I'm going to put myself in a really bad position if I move up to attack this artillery, because both this gunner and this artillery can fire back. So I'm actually going to retreat this armor and let it get healed up. Just going to fortify that artillery on the spot there. We'll fortify that gunner for now. And then Citadella. Maybe I should get some tac jets, because those tac jets would be really useful for like harassing these forces. I don't think they could really go amiss, so yeah, let's go for that. A couple more tac jets. Keep my units healing up. That's good. Titanium mine being improved there. And yeah, here comes the Americans by the looks of things. Let's make sure we meet them head on. We have a armor out of position there, so let's take that out. And I'm going to move this armor back towards the lower ground. Get this marine to come across. Should be a lot easier to defend this time, because we do have the 2 tac jets here that are going to stop them from harassing my forces. But we might need to build a couple more units. We've currently gone into the red in terms of energy income, which is bad. That siege worm's going to be annoying as well. It's going to stop our trade for a little bit longer. Looks like the Pan-Asians are actually just killing themselves at the moment. Which is good. It's a good thing. Let's go ahead and kill that armor off. And I'm actually going to just probably fortify that armor where he is. Now, do we get another worker? Probably not. I think we'll get some more military units. But what do I want? Do I want more marines? Do I want more armor? I think we'll get more armor. I think it's just more useful at this stage in the game. At Manuel, we will get this alien preserve. Marine can fortify. So can this armor. And we're in a great spot right now. Really are. Elodie being a bitch, as usual. Trying to insult me.
Torgowlia opiera się nie na potrzebach, a na sprawiedliwości.
Gain more favors. And Sementar Jamabar made progress towards both the Emancipation and Promised Land victory. Pan-Asians want a peace treaty, sure thing. And that's really good, because it means we can immediately trade with Red Sun again. Great. Now let's work on a trade convoy there, because we can send that to Boa Esperança as soon as it's finished its trade depot. You can move back these forces now. That armor can stay where he is. And let's just have a look at the diplomacy screen. So we are now 5th. And you know, we're not too far behind in terms of affinity levels. You can see the Americans are actually way far down because they've been at war pretty much the entire game. But yeah, we have 4 favors to use with Elodie. But she's hostile with me, so she probably won't let me use them anyway. Yeah, but Sementar Jamabar way ahead, already near the Emancipation and Promised Land victory, but that's only probably because he's researched the tech towards that. Anyway, let's get this trade convoy to now trade with. There we go, New Babylon. I think that might be a good call, actually. Yeah, let's do that. We need to get a miasmic repulsor, actually, for this miasma, so the trade route from Manuel can be more direct and doesn't have to travel through the Americans' lands, which will get it killed during a war. Just set this tac jet to air interception for now, and after Ciladella has finished the tac jet, we will work on the miasmic repulsor. There we go. Might piss off the Americans enough to make them attack me. It looks like for a while I'm actually going to have to continue the trade with Polystralia that we actually set up in the last episode, because our energy is only at minus or plus 6, even though before it was at plus 12 without any of those trade routes. I guess we've been increasing our military forces, which is fine, but at the same time, you know, it would be nice to have a stable energy income without having to rely on trade from other cities. We'll give this lady some geothermal. I'm really not sure what geothermal is even used for. What's going on here? Elodie's gone to war with the Pan-Asians. Okay. Quest failed. Hostile takeover. Oh, great. Red Sun's been destroyed. Well, that's annoying. Okay, culture developed anyway. So let's put that into integrated arms. And we get the extra synergy bonus. Great. Utama also declared war on Elodie. Wow. Right, let's get the clinic in Boras Branca. This armor can just sleep on that tile. This trade convoy can now trade with Farbase 1 instead. We have a much better trade route to that, so that's okay. Trade convoy can head to Boras Branca. Perfect timing. And I'm going to move this gunner round to Manuel. The armor, however, can just fortify until healed there, because we are going to have to leave a couple units up here now that the Pan-Asians are being a bit aggressive. With the clinic finishing though, and the farmer lab finishing in Dorado, our health is going to get a lot better. Once Fiel's finished, it's going to go back down again, which is going to be bad. But again, building more health buildings is going to sort that out, so it'll be okay. Now, Kia Gungun is still alive. We could go ahead and trade with that. However, I think we'd be better off trading within our own settlements. So I can actually give Citadella plus 8 food per turn and plus 5 production per turn by trading with it. That'll pretty much make all of the buildings in Citadella build really fast. We can do the same for Manuel. Or we could just like trade with Central and get some more cash. Although Ion is a good choice as well. I think Ion's the best choice. You know, continue trading with the African Union, making them really strong. Great idea. But something we have to do. That was sarcasm. Something we have to do though in order to survive through this campaign. It doesn't really matter if we let them get ahead, as long as we don't let them complete the objective. If they start building like an Emancipation Gate or something, then we can just turn around and fully declare war on them and just destroy their Emancipation Gate in no time at all. That would be absolutely fine. I've had to do it before and I'll do it again. Right, so let's move on this gunner so I can move on the Marine. Workers doing a fine job all over my lands to make the most of all the tiles. We'll continue trading with Santo Adrio from Manuel. We have 3 new productions to choose. I think we're going to go with an institute. Or not an institute, a laboratory. In Manuel, we can get a network. Or even a vivarium would be good, just for the +3 food actually. And in Dorado we can get a cytonursery. Now, I think I might get another colonist to go to the tile up here that I was talking about. Just because we need to continue expanding. You can see that Elodie built Berat, which is a really good spot for that settlement because it's in range of a lot of good resources, including these 2 floatstone. And yeah, we're going to want to get our hands on that as soon as possible, really. Unless the Australians take it off them, because I think they just declared war on them. In which case, we would want to take it off the Australians. Either way, this new armor here, I can head down to Boris Branca because of where this marine is positioned. The trade convoy from Santo Adria can continue trading with Dorado. Unless we want to trade with Boris Branca, because we gain +7 production in Santo Adrio for doing that. Yeah, let's do that instead. Brilliant. Fortify that marine there. Seems the Americans have backed down a bit. They normally would have declared war on me by now. We've sat a few episodes without them attacking me.
Morality is measured by the progress of our work. A machine whose works bring us more progress is more moral than a lesser machine.
Here we go, server machinery. The battle suit is enabled.
We thrive because we built a solid foundation on this world, with values brought from Earth.
Level 6 purity reach as well. We get +2 orbital coverage in all cities, and new upgrades are available. So let's place this miasmic repulsor over here. And that will allow our trade convoy to head to New Babylon in a more efficient manner. Choose production in Citadella. I think we'll start work on a battle suit. We have 3 upgrades available. Let's upgrade the gunboat to a cruiser, sure thing. We want +20% against sea units. This doesn't really matter, to be honest. Sentinel, what can we choose for this guy? This is the first purity specific unit we're going to get our hands on, and it looks pretty badass, to be fair. Do we want +30% when defending or +10% per unused movement? What are the upgrades for Centurion? We get +1 movement and automatically heal every turn. Does that mean fully heal or just a little bit? Because normally it says a certain amount of healing. So for example on the brawler there you can see it says 20 HP damage to adjacent enemy units on death. Oh actually never mind. The Apostle is a good example, a better example. +10 HP heal for adjacent units every turn, whereas the Centurion just says automatically heal. So is that a full heal? Because that might determine whether I choose +30% when defending or +10% per unused movement. I think the +30% when defending would be more useful anyway, actually, thinking about it. Just because if I'm assaulting a city, then the Sentinel will take less damage. Now we can upgrade the attack jet to a needle jet, so that's good. And we'll get +30% when intercepting, because that's what I tend to use it for. We now have the battle suit to use, so that is awesome. My unit's starting to take shape. And I think we'll actually just prepare to attack the Americans before anyone else takes their settlements from me. That does mean I might have to leave Dorado, Fiel and Citadella vulnerable for a little while. But maybe if we just leave the Sentinel here and we move the armor to help attack. Or maybe we should do it the other way around. Yeah, we should probably do it the other way around actually, because the Sentinel's more powerful now. And we'll just leave the armor here to fend off any attacks. Right, that's fine anyway. Sleep him where he is, sleep that armor where he is, and all is well. Right, we are working on ballistics now, which is cool because we get access to the rocket battery. And if no one's built the Stellar Codex already, we can start working on that. And then we can go towards defense grid maybe. Or fabrication actually might be a nice idea to get the mag rails early on. Terraforming is another good idea to get access to the float stone. We also need to head toward hypercomputing, I think. Let me just check out the quest for the Promised Land victory. We need a lasercom satellite, and to get that we need to get communications and orbital networks. Okay, so let's go ballistics, communications, orbital networks, fabrication. I think we should do that. We want to delay getting terraforming as much as we can, because terraforming will make all of my workers do stupid things and cost me a ton of money. And my cities are becoming more purity-like. LED getting a bit aggressive again. Transcendental equation finished for General Vadim Kozlov. Pan-Asians look like they attacked me because of our ideology. How mature of them. So at Santo Adrio now. Let's increase our science by getting a network. We're at plus 91 science. This has been boosted an absolute ton in the last couple of episodes. Fortify that gunner. I'll probably get another artillery and then we'll declare war. Take over Axiom first maybe, or even Central. I'm not entirely sure yet. Central only has 5 more defense, so it might be worth going for, plus a huge population there that might be useful to control for ourselves. So I'm going to get this missile rover heading its way back. We'll use the armor to defend Fiel, and we'll start work on a missile rover elsewhere. So not in Manuel, we'll work on a network there. But after Citadel is finished with its battle suit, I will tell it to work on another artillery afterward. So amassing as many forces as I can at the moment toward the Americans. And then we can start getting aggressive, finally. This will probably make a lot of people hate me, because I'll be a warmonger. But what can you do?
Oppression, chaos, and death may come from the barrel of a gun. But so occasionally does victory.
Ballistics is finished. Somebody finished Stellar Codex previously? Yes, they have. You can see this in diplomacy actually. Yeah, Stellar Codex was finished by General Vadim Kozlov. That's all we can do for this turn though. Maybe choose a better tile for that Sentinel to stand on.
What's ours is yours. For a price.
We'll continue the open borders with Hutama. We'll have to stop that once we actually border him. But while the Americans are stuck in the middle, we can you know, continue to give them open borders. That's fine. So let's get these sentinels closer. We've got a battle suit now, so let's head that towards the front line. After Santo Adrio has actually finished the network, I will tell him to, or tell the city to work on a battle suit there. And we'll get a second battle suit, and then I think that will be everything, especially once the artillery is finished in Cittadella.
What's ours is yours. For a price.
Continue to gain favours with Hutama. Sounds like a great idea. Boa Esperanza and Dorado both finishing health buildings in a couple of turns. I'm going to fortify that sentinel. Trade convoy from Dorado can continue trading with Freeland, although that's not giving us as much now. Maybe we can change to another settlement instead. Liqueur, maybe? No, that would have to go through the Americans' land, and we're going to attack them soon, so bad idea. Anywhere else? Tiangong, maybe? Let's trade with Tiangong. Why not? It's not like the Pan-Asians are a threat anyway. They did attack me, obviously, but I mean in terms of how large they are. They only have 3 settlements, and they're just going to get crushed by the AI. But anyway, unfortunately, it has been my time. So as you can see, if I scroll around the map, the AI is expanding rapidly, especially the Slavs, especially the African Union. Australia is not doing too bad as well, and Elodie's falling behind along with the Pan-Asians and Kavitha. The Americans are going to be not an issue very soon because I will have wiped them out. But yeah, that's all for now, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.